Tell me the truth. When was the last time you actually had fun in Call of Duty without feeling like the game was punishing you for being good? It wasn't in Modern Warfare, it wasn't in Warzone, it was in 2015, and it was in Black Ops 3. And that's because Black Ops 3 was the perfect Call of Duty. A fascinating multiplayer, zombies that took things to the next level. Black Ops 3. It was a game made with care, with love. But I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to open your eyes and say what Activision doesn't want you to hear. And that's because Black Ops 3 wasn't just the best Call of Duty, it was the last Call of Duty. Made with soul. The bar set by the folks at Sledgehammer Games with Advanced Warfare was really high. And the folks at Treyarch knew how to surpass that. And I think there were three fundamental pillars that made Call of Duty Black Ops 3 a complete success. The first thing is the most important part of any Call of Duty. The maps. The maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 are simply perfect. Who doesn't remember having amazing matches on Combine? Who doesn't remember doing those wall runs on Bridge to get to the center? Or who doesn't remember blending in with the snow? While playing on the Stronghold map, all the launch maps in Black Ops 3 were simply perfect, except for maybe one or two bad ones. The rest were absolutely fascinating. And that was what made it clear that this game was made with care. The maps were really good. Let's talk about the weapons. Who doesn't remember the sound? Can you tell which weapon this is? That's right, that's the Man of War. Could you tell me what weapon this other one's? Correct, that's the Kuda. Can you tell me what this third weapon is? Of course, we couldn't leave out the legendary Locust. Every weapon in this game had an aura, a personality, which over the years has been lost. And we no longer have weapons as iconic as the ones we ended up with in Black Ops. Every weapon felt unique, and each one felt completely different from the rest. And if you add to that the fact that we had specialists who gave the game a tremendous sense of identity, equipping the Tempest to rack up wraps, playing as the Reaper to end up getting the HATRTR, or just using the Ripper to go on a rampage against everyone. Each specialist had an ability and a weapon that was completely unique to that character. And I think this also gave the game an extra edge, making you feel connected to the operator you were playing as. Although, obviously, the most popular ones were the Reaper or the Tempest. If you played with this one, let me just say your parents didn't love you. And not only did we have a great game with amazing maps and incredible maps, but we also had supply drops. The black market. The black market was the new feature in Call of Duty. You could end up trading your cryptos, which was a fictional currency you earned by completing matches, and you could exchange it for a regular supply drop, or for a rare supply drop. In this black market system, now that battle passes and in-game content are all the rage, there was no way to buy anything. They'd add a skin or two throughout the whole year, and that was about it. In Call of Duty Black Ops 3, we had a skin system where all these skins were free. You could end up getting camos for weapons, camos for your operators, all of that, for free, just by playing. Plus, when they ended up adding new weapons to the game, you could actually get them completely free through the supply drops you earned just by playing. The satisfaction you felt when you got the new Black Ops 3 weapon from the supply drops, it was indescribable. I don't think we've ever had a feeling like that in the history of Call of Duty. And it's funny, isn't it? How back then we had all these skins you could get for free from supply drops, weapon camos, community events that were absolutely amazing. giving you, honestly, insane camos. And nowadays, all we have are battle passes, paid collaborations, and 400 bundles in the store. Completely different from what we had in Black Ops 3. This brings me to the second point. What was it that made it so good? What did Black Ops 3 have, besides its content, that made it so great? From my point of view, the second super distinctive thing about Black Ops 3 was its color palette. It was the first time we had such a striking Call of Duty. The color palette in this game was vibrant, was really intense. It was the kind of color that made you want to keep playing and playing without getting tired. This game just visually pulled you in, making you want to stay in the maps and matches, always wanting to keep playing. I've always said that the color palette is really important, and honestly, I think Black Ops 3 nailed it. Fantastic, because if we compare this, for example, with Infinite Warfare, which is basically Black Ops 3 but done badly, we can see how the color palette is completely different, and the game, with its grayish, brownish look, just feels way more boring and not as fun. The maps in Black Ops 3 were gorgeous. You could stroll through a water park or even visit aquarium. Every map in this game had colors that made you want to play, that were just a pleasure to look at.
No, man, but those kinds of vibrant colors, that's just not realistic, you know? If they end up adding that, it's just not realistic. That's not right.
Oh, sure, but playing with a Nicki Minaj skin on a super dark map, now that's realistic. And the third thing that made this whole Black Ops 3 mix perfect was the jetpacks. We came from Advanced Warfare, a game that had jetpacks that were way too aggressive, where you could change direction right in midair. The folks at Treyarch knew how to adapt this movement to make it a bit smoother, and on top of that, they ended up adding wall runs. The way the character moved was super smooth. The wall runs gave you such a satisfying feeling when you pulled off some insane parkour, and it was something that actually required skill. You could go into a room, spot a camper hiding in a corner, and this way, you could flank and take them out. Learning to use the jetpacks well had its own skill gap. You could be better than another player just because you moved better, even if your aim wasn't as good. But if you knew how to handle movement well, and in Black Ops 3, if you died, it was because someone did it better than you. In current games, that's not the case. Because if you lose a match, it doesn't necessarily mean the other team played better than you, but simply because the algorithm has decided it's your turn to lose. Black Ops 3 didn't have skill-based matchmaking. The hours of fun were absolutely endless. But Black Ops 3 was not perfect just because of its maps or its weapons. It was perfect because it was the last Call of Duty that truly felt like a real banger. Do you remember opening YouTube in 2015? Back then, it wasn't about searching for best loadout of 2028, the best controller setup so I can get 40 kills in Warzone 27. Do you remember what it was like to open YouTube just to watch that Allier pack opening?
Road to Nuked Out, episode 3! Just watch this. There's gotta be someone nearby. They know I'm on 29-0, they want to kill me. Let's go! Boys! 30-0! Nuked Out, baby! People leaving the game! They'd be mad! Oh! Gosh, I actually can't believe we finally did it. At the end there, when I was hunting for that 30th kill, I was like, dude, it's ripped! Like, I just can't do it! You can see, you can get a common supply drop for 10. You can get a rare supply drop for 30 with a guaranteed rare or above item in the rare supply drop. I have 100. At the moment, I'm planning to open up 7 common supply drops and then decide how our luck has gone and then maybe go for a final rare supply drop or just go all out and just get 10 supply drops. That's the most amount we can open, right? Here's my favorite camo. Almost at 40,000. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give us something good. Give us something good. Yo! Yes! Yes, 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 baby. Oh my gosh.
Or do you remember checking to see what play Spratty pulled off while playing with the sniper?
Oh! Oh no! What's that, a 5 multi? Was that a 5 multi?
There you go.
One more. Oh my
Oh!
god.
Oh! Oh my god!
What did you do?
Random no-scope cross map for the fourth.
No, you didn't.
Oh my god, dude. Holy
I
shit.
split that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Dirty.
Dirty, what are you doing? What are you doing?
65-0, bro. Oh my god. 65-0. Oh my god. 65-0 with a kill chain clip. That could be my best gameplay ever.
Five odd.
5 odd. Oh my god. 5 odd swap and double 5 on. Double 5 on.
Oh, he's mid. I saw him. I saw him. Yeah.
No, Kitty. No, Kitty. Kitty knows. Kitty knows. No, no, Kitty. I just switched. What? I just switched. Kitty.
No way, man.
I just switched to you and you hit it.
Or what was T Martin gonna tell us in that video from back then?
What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we're going to be opening up some more rare supply drops in Black Ops 3. Yes, that's right. You guys love it. I love it. I'm a fiend for cases, baby. And believe it or not, we still have not opened up any of the new melee weapons. Not getting too much there. Monochrome Zyargut's not bad. So I was thinking, yeah, supply drop Saturdays. That way we could have 5 kitty Fridays, supply drop Saturdays, the top 5 or top 10 paint jobs on Sundays. And then I also have a new series on Mondays that I want to start doing that I might start up this Monday. We'll see how timing works out. Storm on the M8A7. Let's go, boys. That's actually a really good one. And Sunshine on the Razorback. Ugly, ugly. Another case opening and we didn't get it. I cannot believe it, guys. All right, well, regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Those years of creating Call of Duty content were the peak of its history. God. And back then, the fact that the game was good made the content really good too. Back then, what was most popular was watching matches, trying to get the new weapon that came out in the latest update so you could get that new model and show it to your subscribers. Everything was completely pure. You didn't try to trick people by using cheats to participate in a tournament. You didn't try to use a VPN to get easier matches. This whole era of Black Ops 3 content creation was completely pure.
Oh god. This looks fun. This is literally exactly the same as the MP4. Because the fire rate's a lot slower.
Nowadays, Call of Duty content is completely different. Video about a skin, and that's it. In Black Ops 3, creators didn't just play. We created these stories. The hype over supply drops, the reactions to the new Zombies map, to that new DLC that was about to drop with those new maps. And honestly, I feel like nowadays, Activision is trying to grab or hold players' attention with skins instead of with content, like they used to back in those days. Back then, I think all of this came about organically. We were just kids in a room with a capture card, eager to have fun and pull off the best games we could. And the thing is, games these days don't let creators shine the way they did during the Black Ops era. 3, because back then, the game was made with care. And nowadays, the game is made to see how they can end up selling more. We can't talk about Black Ops 3 without eventually including zombies. And honestly, Black Ops 3 Zombies was the best game for people who were fans of that mode. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, you can leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Some of the maps in Black Ops 3 have an aura that we've never experienced again in Call of Duty Zombies. Maps like Shadows of Evil, The Giant, or Eisendrache, for me, one of the best Easter eggs in the entire Call of Duty series. Zetsubo no Shima, Gorod Krovi, Revelations, a map that ended up connecting different locations from the other maps. From Zombies and all the games, each map was different from the others. The Easter eggs on these maps were absolutely wild. They were beautiful, And the story was more tangled than a pocket full of spaghetti. And it wasn't just that the zombie maps were fantastic and that the story was extraordinary, but we also had 6 zombie maps in the year of Black Ops 3. Well, that was the theory, because this is where the best Zombies DLC in history came out. They added Zombies Chronicles to Black Ops 3.
Always consequences.
This Black Ops 3 DLC cost 30 euros and was a DLC you could buy to play. Iconic zombie maps from previous Call of Duty games, but remastered in Black Ops 3. In this DLC, we could pay Origins, Shangri-La, Nacht der Toten, the original, Shino Numa, Kino der Toten, Verrückt, Ascension, and even Moon. In case you don't remember, each DLC pack, which you had to pay for, used to include 3 multiplayer maps and 1 new Zombies map. But the Zombies Chronicles experience ended up changing everything. This experience was so extraordinary that a lot of people ended up buying Black Ops 3 just to be able to play zombies. And that's considering that Call of Duty was mainly about the multiplayer content, not the zombies content. And that's even though the complexity of these maps just to survive or beat them, the Easter egg was way more complicated than what we have in the current Call of Duty games. We've talked about multiplayer and zombies, but we still need to talk about the campaign. It's been 11 years and I still haven't played it. People online say it's pretty mediocre and totally skippable, but I haven't played it because, who remembers Black Ops 3 for its campaign? Nobody does, but just so you know, it has a campaign, though almost nobody has played it, and the people who have say it's pretty bad. Even with such a forgettable campaign, Black Ops 3 is remembered as one of the most beloved Call of Duty games by the community. And this shows that you can have a Call of Duty that's really good, even if it has a pretty forgettable campaign. Call of Duty will continue to be remembered as a game people look back on fondly. And this is where everything started to change, because Black Ops 3 was the last game made to truly succeed. After this game was released, that's when Activision started scheming about how they could manipulate matchmaking. In the previous year's game, Advanced Warfare, the folks at Sledgehammer Games introduced, for the first time in a Call of Duty, skill-based matchmaking was introduced. Black Ops 3 didn't have this feature, and it wouldn't be until several years later that this would be set as the default. But right here, behind the scenes, was when Activision was already planning to introduce skill-based matchmaking in all their games. And you might end up thinking that the existence of skill-based matchmaking nowadays is probably what worries you the most. Oh, believe me, it's not. It shouldn't be what scares you the most. The truth is, Black Ops 3 was made for PlayStation 4, and the game was absolutely fantastic. Everything we've mentioned in this video, the weapons, the skins, the supply drops, the 3-lane maps, endless fun. In this game, how is it possible that the best Call of Duty in history is a Call of Duty that came out in 2015? How's it possible that they haven't even come close to what it was? Black Ops 3, both in multiplayer and zombies? The answer is actually pretty simple. It's not that they don't want to make another game with that much care, love, and personality, like they did with Black Ops 3, but rather, they just don't know how to do it anymore. The people who worked on that project aren't at Activision anymore. That probably sounds familiar, yo. The name David Bonderhart might ring a bell. He was one of the people responsible for making Call of Duty Black Ops 3 so successful, always taking everything to the next level. The people who worked on Call of Duty Black Ops 3 back then no longer work at Activision. It's really hard to try to replicate a game that wants to be like Black Ops 3. With all the details it had, this game, when the creators of this game no longer work at that studio. It might still be called Treyarch, but the people making Call of Duty games today aren't Treyarch. Even though their name is on it, they're not the same people. It's different people now. The reality is, Black Ops 3 isn't coming back. And honestly, maybe that's for the best. Because if a game similar to Black Ops 3 came out today, it would be full of Ninja Turtle skins, Nicki Minaj, skill-based matchmaking that would suffocate you and make you not want to play after your first good match, optimization that would be completely ridiculous, and updates that would weigh 50 gigs. I watch old gameplays and old videos of Black Ops 3 and I smile. I smile because I got to play during the best era of Call of Duty. This has been FPS Intel, and if you enjoyed it, you can leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more.